What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today I have the Gemini Jets June 2026 releases for you guys. Hope you guys are excited for this video. So, without further delaying your flight, let's get started. Here's basically just the releases from last month, and then first up, an Air Mexico Sunday Max 9. Uh, Ignore that photo. Yeah, Air Mexico 77 Max 9, November 804 Alpha, Mike is the registration. I actually really like this. This will be, let me just pull up my, anyway. This will actually be nice considering Air Mexico sends these to Denver, so I will be picking at least one of these up, maybe two. But yeah, that's really nice to see. Okay, moving down from that, we have the America 77 Android. You know what I'm actually gonna do? Considering basically, end up like, I'm just gonna show you the full 1 to 400 skill set. I know that sounds like completely dumb. I'm just gonna do it anyway, just so so I can show you. So we'll start off in here. That's a dumb move. I probably won't do this next month. I'm sorry, but November 840, November 100 Centennial livery for this American 77 Android. Absolutely mid. It's absolutely mid. That's what I can describe. Let me just fix my camera. It is an absolutely mid livery. I want to say that again, like absolutely mid. I know I said that like 4 times. It's nothing like Delta's. In fact, this is somehow better than United's, which just slapped like one sticker onto there and just called it a day. At least this aircraft is like something unique, unlike flagship DFW, which is way better than this. No offense. Then next up, yes, we have a British Airways Concorde. This is the Landor Golf Dash Bravo Oscar Alpha Alpha. Look at that. That is fantastic. I've always wanted to own a Concorde. Did have one. It was like the Darren model version, but those are long gone. But yeah, there we go. This is the Landor livery. Then we have a release of a EGANG, which is basically just the Janet 77 600 November 319 Bravo Delta. This actually might be nice considering I've spotted these, well, in Las Vegas. If you go back to my United trip report, when I went from Las Vegas back to Denver, I think you would have seen one of these when we were taking off from Las Vegas, so, that was cool to see. So I may end up picking one of these up. Okay, the next up we have the Emirates A380, the Emirates Courier Express livery, or just another pointless livery. Alpha 6 dash Echo Echo Tango is the registration, and I mean, it's certainly a livery. Are you sure I'm flying on a plane if I was flying this? Not just a overly sized large package that's been torn up? But anyway, and yeah, this guy, not really one of my favorite liveries. Emirates has like a bunch of now liveries, just random liveries on A380s. In my opinion, is that just keep like the Dubai World Expo and hell, even the NBA livery, even though I don't like the NBA, I don't follow basketball at all. At least that livery looks actually nice. Anyway, enough of me ranting on about Emirates A380's liveries. Next up, we have the Lufthansa A320neo, the 100 years Centennial livery, Delta Dash Alpha India November Golf is the registration. And, ooh, that looks nice. I believe NG did just announce this for their releases. That video will be coming out tomorrow from when you guys are seeing this. But yeah, there we go. Looking very nice. I don't really have any, at least it's better than the American livery. To be honest, I'm actually not sure what livery looks best between this and Delta 100 years. I think Deltas might just win barely, but it's a really close tie. Then we have the Mexicana Clink 717 November 907 Mike X-Ray. Very nice. Love to see another 717. And when was the last time Mexicana actually got released in 1/400 scale? By Gemini Jets at least, because I feel like there might, well, NG of course. Well, actually no, I'm talking about Mexicana Clink. This looks like the Carolina Panthers livery. I believe it was on like an 18-19 for US Airways. I just want to say that, but that's the only other remarks I have for this one. Then here we have the United A321neo. This is the Coastliner, November 94750. It's your registration with the special coastliner sticker. So basically, United's just going to operate these between like coast to coast routes. So I think like Boston, San Francisco, Boston, Los Angeles, Newark, Boston, Newark, Newark, San Francisco, Newark, Los Angeles. Does United have service to Seattle or Portland? I'm not sure if you count that as like a coast to coast route, but yeah. These are cool. Although I don't think we'll see much of these in Denver, considering basically, like Denver's like sort of like right in the middle of the country, and it's not a coastline route, but still, it'd be cool to see like one of those. Um, and then right here we have the new Boeing 747-8I, which I believe actually just recently entered service. The new Air Force One 31000, and this rather awkward livery. If you could tell, yeah, I'm not necessarily a fan of this. I way prefer the older livery. It just look way much better, and I'd rather they paint this on the 747-8. But unfortunately, that means I believe the 747-200s are officially retired. I'm not sure if they have them scrapped yet, but by the time of this video, comment down below if they are actually scrapped. I have seen Air Force One twice, and I've seen Air Force Two twice, and yeah, that's actually kind of sad. Okay. And then the other one for just go is the Belgium Air Force A400M, Charlie Tango -02 is the registration for it. Yeah, actually it looks pretty nice. I kind of just like the plain A400 livery, even if it has like just this random sticker right here, and then like another somewhere on here, like right there. But yeah, it still looks nice. Okay, now we're just going to view the full 1 to 200 scale set, and here it is. Starting us off, we have the American 737-800 in the 100-year Centennial livery. Summer registration as before, November 840, November. Still, again, an absolutely mid livery. Then we have an Avianca Fokker F50 in a really nice old retro livery. That looks really cool. I actually might get this, but again, don't know. Again, it actually looks really nice, and I actually really like the Fokker 50s. But yeah, we'll just see how time plays out. There you go. Then we have the Delta A220-300. We have another one. This is November 306 Delta Julio. Maybe we'll see this in 1 to 400 scale next month. I may need a new Delta A220-300 as, no offense, mine's kind of crap. All the landing gear pretty much just off the aircraft. This is why you don't roll your aircraft into place. This is why you just place them. I learned that the hard way. But yeah, anyway, there we go. Then we have another Delta, the 50-900. This is the one they released in 400 scale, I believe, a few months back, November 540 Delta November. There we go. Next up, next A350 they released is probably 505 Delta November. Because it's like sort of a trend that Gemini Jets has done with their A350s in the past. But yeah, that's cool. Then we have the Ethiopian 777-9X, which is Echo Tango Dash Bravo Bravo X-Ray. They released this in 400 scale, I believe, a few months back as well. No regards there. Although I'm pretty sure this one will have the folded winglets sort of thing that the 777X will have. I hear although the 777X may enter service next year, I'm not 100% sure on that, but it'd be cool to see because the wingspan on there, I hear it's gonna be really big. But anyway, here is the Hawaiian A321 Neo November 209 Hotel Alpha's registration down every station. There we go. You can't get bored with the Hawaiian livery. I want to say that you can't get bored with this. I actually prefer this livery to the old livery. I know, shock. Considering everyone loves the old livery, I hear. But this is nice. Nothing much else to say about that. Then we have the retro livery JSX E145. This one, November 960 Julio X-Ray. The registration of choice, although it was released back in March, I believe. March and April said, yeah, I believe that's what it was. great to see that, and I will probably be picking up one of these soon. Since I'm actually thinking about making a Centennial Airport replica, as like just a display, not many airport updates on that, but anyway, here we have the Pan Am 77-200 November 368 Papa Alpha. Most of these releases are basically just all re-releases. Well, not re-releases. Releases in 200 scale that have been done in 400 scale. Clipper Goodwill is the registration. I mean, not the registration, the name of the aircraft. There we go. Then we have... What the hell's my cursor? There we go. We have a United Cents XM 400 ER, November 76064. That's interesting. I think this might be my first time I've covered a 764 on my release videos, but yeah, that's really cool to see. Yep, there we go. And then we have the it's the same registration, just the flaps down version. Yeah, there we go. And then last up for this release is the KC-135 Washington Air National Guard 59-1471. There we go. In a interesting, unique tail design. Let me just close out this. So, overall, they're kind of just like, there's no really outstanding planes. I mean, of course, you have like your Emirates. You have like your Emirates. It was cool to see another Concorde. Overall, there's just nothing really humongous to report on. Most of these releases are just like re-releases, except for I believe like a couple, like 2 or 3 of those. But overall, I'd like to say thank you very much all for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.